when I parse that quote, the word life really jumps out at me. I think about making a lifelong commitment. That's really what I think about, and I think that's what he meant by that.
When we seek to address problems that seem insurmountable, when we look at solutions that seem unfeasible, what Dr. Schweitzer is really saying is the solution begins with you.
You know, you feel it in your heart, you feel it that just, you know, this is exactly why I went into this profession, and the feeling of completion, you know, in, you know, yourself as a person, like I have found my life's work, I found my niche, and I think that that's what Schweitzer was going after.
Rather than making statements of principle, he lived those principles in the way he dedicated himself to the care of the disadvantaged and of those who had been ignored by society. A principle which we hope will carry through to the Fellows and the Albert Schweitzer Fellowship programs across the United States.
I think the Schweitzer experience provides an opportunity for students to really understand the interconnectedness of the health professions and how each complements one another.
It does condition people in a way that nothing else can. Real life, hands-on experience with real problems. And we're pleased with the extent to which these young people continue to be motivated and animated by this kind of inspiration.
Chicago is known as a city that works, but for thousands of families and individuals, staying healthy is a difficult job. 750,000 Chicagoans are uninsured, but when they get sick, many will delay seeking treatment until their symptoms become serious enough for them to go to the emergency room.
These are challenging problems, but thankfully there's a cadre of creative and dedicated individuals who are trying to help solve them. Specifically, a unique and inspiring program called the Chicago Area Schweitzer Fellowship provides opportunities for graduate students to design projects to help communities in need of resources.
Each year, the Chicago Schweitzer program selects 30 exceptional students who will spend a year working to improve the health of an underserved Chicago community.
Since 1996, over 350 Schweitzer Fellows have completed 70,000 hours of community service at over 100 clinics, schools, social service agencies, and other community-based sites throughout Chicago.
The fellowship recruits students from a wide variety of disciplines, and it's a chance for like-minded change agents from all over the city to meet, share ideas, and inspire each other.
Sarah Van Koningsveld, a dance movement therapy and counseling student at Columbia College, has designed a project at Deborah's Place, an agency that offers supportive services for homeless women.
The women at Deborah's Place are experiencing homelessness because of poverty, losing a job, domestic displacement because of abuse or violence.
I enjoy the little dance class to motivate me, to relax me, to energize me, to keep me fit.
I do like dancing and socializing and laughing with everybody.
Just being challenged and just having something to think about other than tragedy. I really enjoy this.
I hope to empower the women through movement and through discussion-based work, and to make the changes that they need to move forward with their lives and to become the individuals that they'd like to become.
Fang Zhang, a student at Northwestern University Medical School, has launched a mentoring program at Sand High School to help students in the AVID program achieve academic success and to spark their interest in science careers.
The students in AVID and in Sand High School as a whole tend to come from very diverse both ethnic and cultural backgrounds. And generally, they tend to be less wealthy than their peers. Many of them have parents who either never went to college, or many of them are immigrants. So for them, they really have very little knowledge and very little confidence when approaching the college application process. So my program tries to bridge this gap by providing them with mentors who've not only gone down the path, but have been successful. And so with the extra knowledge and enthusiasm that hopefully they will glean from their mentors, I hope that they will become more aware of the path that they need to take in order to get to where they want to be.
Fellow Uchenna Osai, a UIC physical therapy student, is working with the Night Ministry, where she provides health information and also emotional support to lesbian, gay, and transgender youth and homeless adults.
The main challenge with a lot of these individuals is they don't have a home, whether they've been kicked out, abused, they're living on the streets. A lot of them have mental issues or they're a product of the system. where, after you've been in, foster care, once you're 18, you're out on the street. And a lot of them, you don't have the education, you don't have the resources, you don't have that structure. And I'm working to improve their health literacy.
All right, everyone, health circle, 10 minutes, headache is the topic.
I feel my purpose. I get excited about my profession. I want to scream to them, oh, this is what I know, and you can know this too.
Fellow Hashira Saeed, a medical student at Loyola University, is confronting the problems of violence in Maywood. She is partnering with Ceasefire Maywood, an organization that teaches community members how to reduce gang conflicts and helps former gang members make positive changes in their lives.
The population that I'm working with is primarily African American and males from the ages of 16 to 29 years old. A lot of them come from a background of gang violence, single family homes. When I first started working with Ceasefire, my idea of service was a lot more focused and narrow, and I thought that I would be focusing primarily on trauma itself, so street violence, gunshot wounds, stab wounds, etc. And as I've worked with Ceasefire, I've come to realize social issues, say finding a job or substance abuse or alcohol, all play a really large role in this culture of violence, and Ceasefire is able to help them in that capacity, as well as dealing with the medical aspect of the actual injury itself.
We've done a lot in educating the community about violence. We're all over the news nationwide because of the modalities that we use in violence prevention.
Schweitzer Fellow Michelle Ashley, a UIC nursing student, provides health education at Community Health, one of only a few clinics in Chicago specializing in offering free health services for the uninsured.
Advocacy is vitally important when you're working with this population of uninsured. I can give them all the information about the warning signs of breast cancer. They can know how to do breast self-exams and when they need to come in to get an appointment at the clinic. But if there's no hospitals that are partnering with us that are accepting women who are uninsured, then we're not really helping her that much. So it's important to have that advocacy for the uninsured so that they can obtain higher access to healthcare services. It is very rewarding providing service at Community Health. One woman told me in Spanish that Community Health, they treat you like a human being, and that the care that I was giving her, she felt very valued and respected.
Community Health has been very successful in the past several years in expanding our programs and services. We would not have been able to do that without the continued support from the Schweitzer Fellowship Program. Many of the fellows have volunteered in our pharmacy. We hope to see them in our dental program. We know that we will have them when we expand to the South Side, as well as the ongoing support here at our Westtown location.
The Schweitzer Fellowship provides an opportunity for students to understand that they in fact can do something. And this provides a vehicle by which they can actualize that understanding.
It's not just about doing service, but it's really leading a life and leading a career that continues to help others, continues to match your ideals.
Dr. Schweitzer's statement of life being his argument was his way of saying and doing what he felt he needed to demonstrate his commitment. And in that process, set an example for all of our Schweitzer Fellows across the United States.
It's been a remarkable success with a huge percentage of the young people who accept this challenge continuing to do so as they go into their professional life. We're very pleased with the hundreds of students now who have been trained in our program. The Schweitzer Fellowship, of course, depends on support from the community and the foundations in this area. I want to invite everyone who likes what we're doing, who wants to make sure that we continue to be able to serve the community, to make a contribution to our work.